Hey gang, how you guys doing?
Doing
Good. How
well.
are you?
Not as good as you are. I've just got a white wall. You've got the best backdrop I've ever
I
seen.
know.
I try to give you guys something special when I do these,
That's great.
this background.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I was at the premiere at TIFF for this, so
Oh,
Oh, great.
wow.
yeah, it was a great time. And I guess Jennifer and Chris, I'm going to start with you talking about that a little bit because me being from the States, I honestly did not realize that John Candy was such like a national hero in Canada, and he really was. I got schooled up on that pretty quick. Talk to me, both of you, about what it was like that experience and feeling all that love and joy for your father at that premiere.
Well,
It
when
was
the
such
prime
an
minister is there talking about how great your dad is, it's pretty cool.
yeah, and being back in Toronto, that's where Chris and I were born and where our dad was born and our mom, like that's our hometown right there. So it's like kind of to have this film at like a very prominent, film festival. It was surreal and it was so welcoming and I absolutely loved it. And then it was so great to show it again when at the King's Theater just recently in Toronto. So it's so nice when we're able to do things back up in Toronto specifically and through Canada. It just feels so good.
Colin, how did you first get involved with this? Like, I know you've done a couple of documentaries in the past. Tyler Records kind of speaks to me as a as someone who used to frequent Tyler Records. But how did you get involved with this doc?
Ryan called me. Ryan reached out, and I knew what a big fan of John's Ryan was. He had posted that sort of like greatest hit clip to his social media account, a couple of years prior. So I knew that he was a big fan, and he just said, "Look, I just want to live in a world where there's a John Candy documentary. I don't know what that is, but like I think there should be one." And basically said, "I agree with both of those statements, but we got to figure out, what it is, and it's got to be good because ultimately." This has got to feel like a John Candy movie. It's got to feel like a Pete Candy film. It's got to, make you laugh, make you cry. It's got to have a lot of heart and be genuine. And so that was really sort of the beginning of it. And then, talking with Jennifer and Chris and sort of digging into John's personal history, his childhood and stuff like that, the themes kind of started to reveal themselves and present themselves. And then, we just went to work, that's really it. But it honestly, the simple answer, Ryan Reynolds' passion, the fact that he's just a psycho fan for John Candy. So there you go.
I couldn't realize there are a lot of fans of John Candy who were just like that.
Yeah.
Chris, was this something that you always wanted to see happen, or were you always, on board for this movie?
As time went on, yeah, absolutely. I think early on you kind of go through this balancing act of your own life and how do you share your parent with the world, and that was definitely something that I personally grappled with, just being like a young dude. And um, but as I got older and I could see just the love that he had, and as you're talking about, it's a broad spectrum of fans of our dads, and you can just feel the love from Ryan Reynolds to someone who drives a bus somewhere. It was a really like honor to be able to do this with these people, and they really helped elevate him to the modern day, and it was just really awesome.
Jennifer, for people who may be coming to the documentary opens this week on Prime Video, for people who might be watching it and maybe kind of experiencing, maybe learning about John Candy for the first time, what are you hoping that they take away about John Candy from this movie?
Oh, that feel good feeling that he makes everyone laugh. And I think a lot of people um need laughter right now and to feel good. And I think this film does that. And if nothing else, they learn one thing new. It's either a new film that they didn't know, um, resonated with something about his life that they could connect with, either be, just his upbringing or his work ethic or his anxiety, something that they can relate to. And I think that's one of the great things about our dad is that he was very relatable. And if someone watching this can be like, oh, I see myself in that, or I can resonate with that. I think that's important. And also that they come out of it, feeling good, but also crying and in a good way, and just having all the feelings.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to end this. Thank you, all three of you, for taking a few minutes to talk with me about the movie. I really appreciate it. I can't wait for more people to see it. So, good luck with it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.